give us audio. Right, as far as I'm aware, Mr. Mitchell, we should be live.
Yeah, easy as that.
Maybe. It's the future is this. I don't know if it's going to work. I'm waiting for it to come live on here. If we've got good audio, we should be good to go.
Yeah, hopefully.
It's working. Right, we are actually live on
Sweet.
Facebook, on YouTube. The first time we've ever done remote podcasts. How are you doing, mate? How are you finding the lockdown?
Oh yeah, it's all good, isn't it? It's all good.
You
Just,
reckon?
cracking on with stuff. What about you?
It's weird. It's been obviously I fall into the category of small business owner, and it pretty much hit us. I was down in Birmingham for over a week doing that badminton England job, so we were filming there in his like little bubble in Birmingham. And to be fair, that event probably shouldn't have gone ahead, sort of given the ramp up, because there were people from all over the world. There were like athletes from Indonesia, China, everywhere. They're coming from all over the place.
So what you're saying is you've got coronavirus?
I'm all right, to be fair. I feel good. It's been more than a week since then. But I came back on that Monday, and phones started ringing, and people were just starting to pull out left, right and centre from work, So we lost about, 5-6 grand worth of work just like overnight. And then Tuesday came round, something else happened, and again, more work got pulled. And by Friday, all work had stopped. And then fast forward to this week, Monday, Boris shuts us down. So it's weird.
Yeah, no good, is it? No good. Well, he's shut everyone down, but he's not been clear, has it? He's not been like 100% clear. He's like, right, I'm telling you now, nobody can leave your house unless you want to, just go out for a run, or you need something.
Yeah.
It's a little bit. He's left it kind of open ended, hasn't he? So.
Well, I think
I'm at home now, just in garden, and there's people walking around. Like you can see people going to different houses and shit. Like people are still mixing and that. And there's I think there's 2 or 3 cases now just in my village.
Is there really?
I thought, yeah, man, yeah. So.
God.
Yeah, people who I know, their relatives or whatever. So, hopefully everything's good. But it is getting close to home, and it's like on social media now. There's a lot of negativity, a lot of like fear mongering and stuff. And that's why I just try and post like funny memes, funny videos, try and keep things like that, because. I'm a realist. I'll tell you now, things are going to get a lot worse than this. Things are going to get worse.
Yeah.
100%. They're going to get worse. Restrictions are going to get tighter. They're going to maybe, there's going to be restrictions on, you can't just go out and go shopping, go for food. Maybe there'll be certain times when you can pick food up and stuff like that. So things are going to get tighter.
Well, like I said, I think it needs to happen, because I thought it was pretty crystal clear, to be honest. Like, stay indoors, that's it. Like, stay indoors. They've said go do some exercise if you want to for, once a day. And like that, again, more people now have decided they want to be fucking Bradley Wiggins, I don't understand what's going on. Like, no one wanted to do an exercise before, and now they've said, you're stuck in your house. Everyone wants to go for a jog. Like, both my sisters work at Pinderfields Hospital, in intensive care. And like there's obviously so many care workers and nurses and teachers. Like, my missus is a teacher. Like, she's going to have to go into work. All these people are forced to go into a bad environment. So all at least we can do is just sit at home and just don't be a dickhead.
Wait it out. Yeah, I've just finished training now, actually. A bit sweaty. Just done some skipping. I was going to go for a run, and I thought, it's a nice sunny day. I'll just go in garden and just skipped. So yeah.
Well, like you've said on your Instagram, there's that much stuff you can do online. Like, there's so many workouts you could do in your even if you didn't have a garden, just in your living room. Like, there's enough that you can do to keep active. It's not ideal, but it saves you going and sort of spreading it and whatnot.
Yeah, because what you got to remember is, in a normal day, like if you say you're just a normal guy with a normal job, and you don't really go to the gym, you don't do anything like that. The thing is, in your normal day-to-day life, you're just burning calories by just walking around.
Yeah.
Just leaving the house, going to the shop, doing different stuff. You're burning calories. So now when you're forced to sit in the house, like, like I monitor my weight every day, and I try and train every day. And I've noticed my weight shot up these last 2 days just because, you know, I still train, but in that rest of the time, I'm not burning as many calories. You know, usually we'll go for a walk. You know, I'm at the gym, I'm teaching. Even though I'm not training myself, I'm burning calories. So I think it's really important that you just do something. I said it in the video I put on Instagram. Just do something, just anything. You know, you can do stuff in your living room. I know there's a lot of like PTs and stuff doing free online coaching and stuff. There's all that, but YouTube's a massive resource, and if you look, you'll find something you can do. Like I've got a kettlebell and a skipping rope, and I'm just, you know, I've done 2 days of kettlebells. I've just done this little skipping workout. Then I'll probably do kettlebells again tomorrow. I'll just do that. I'll just take over with that, and you know, as long as I do something, like every day, I'll just do something.
Yeah.
And I'll just keep you sane. I put a little video on today about the structure, getting a bit of structure in your life, because the problem is now your job actually gives you structure.
Yeah.
And you kind of find this with people who've been in the army, and you know, they come out, you know, and you know, they get PTSD or whatever, and they feel, you know, disconnected to normal civilian life because they're used to, you know, they get up at 6 o'clock, they're gonna go for a run, then they've got to do this, that, you know, everything's set out. You're gonna eat at this time, you're gonna sleep at this time, you know, and it's that sort of like, obviously that's to the very extreme, you know, when you're in the army. But I know, like you were in Navy, but they're not very strict, are they? Just like do what the fuck you want. But yeah, but like a normal person in a normal everyday life, they have things like you know, your job. You know, you go to work, you know that your dinner breaks at 12:30. You know, so you have got structure in your life, and now we've got like nothing really. There's nothing. You know, you can get up whenever you want. You can pretty much do what you want.
Well, that's it.
I think it's important to get that.
Well, we're small business owners. We're both hit massively by this, and I think sort of now is the time that you need to absolutely knuckle down. Like we're physically in isolation, so whatever you'd normally be training, teaching people, doing all that sort of stuff. I'd normally be either at the studio, on site, shooting, doing all this sort of stuff. I can't do it anymore, so now I've got to focus on the stuff that I always put to one side, you know. And that's what I've found myself doing. So like I've got up every morning, had a shave, a shower, got dressed, you know, and I've come into this like our back bedroom, just a small bedroom. I've set up like a mini studio, and I've been working from like 9 till 5 every day. And even last night I had a call with a client at like 8 o'clock at night. And just like you said, having that structure makes a massive difference, because if not, you'd just be, you know, tossing it off watching Netflix. When really you can capitalise on this time. Like it's a bit of a blessing, I think.
Yeah,
and there's so like that entrepreneur. Everyone wants to be an entrepreneur. You know, it's become very popular recently to be a business owner. It's been sort of, it looks good on Instagram and all this sort of stuff. But now's the time where, you know, are you actually cut out for it? Did you have a viable business in the first place? Are you cut out for it? And can you come out of it? You know, because a lot of businesses are going to go bust, aren't they? So it's who can sort of use what's between their ears, adapt, come up with a new structure, a new way of earning money, and come out of it stronger. Because at the end of this, we are going to go through a massive recession. Like, without a shadow of a doubt, like we've not seen the global economy come to a stop ever. Even in 2008, when the markets crashed, the rest of the world could carry on trading, it could carry on manufacturing, it could carry on just doing its thing. But now the actual world has stopped. You know, that's what we need to sort of realise, is that it's going to be a bit of a mad one for a long time after this. But there will be a gold rush, like there will be people that can capitalise on it, depending on the skill set. Yeah,
it's like anything. Any kind of recession, there's always an upswing after it. But people are. I put it on Instagram about having a plan B. Some people, you need a fucking plan C and D as well, because you know your business, like you say, it might not be viable after this.
No.
A lot of like luxuries are probably going to be like, obviously I want a gym. A gym is really, it's a luxury, isn't it? It's something.
Yeah.
It's like, especially, you know, training martial arts. That is a luxury. That's something you don't need to have in your life. You know, you could just fuck that off and your life would be fine without it. But you know, so there is going to be a massive impact on businesses. So, like I say, now it's a great time. You got time. That's the main thing. That's the currency we're talking about now.
Yeah.
Your money might not be worth fuck all in 3 months, but this time is like every second you've got time to, spend with your family. Maybe you're working so much that you don't see your family. That's your time you can spend with your family. You can get a bit of that time back as well. So use it. Come up with a plan. What you're going to do when this is all over. Are you going to be able to keep going if this lasts for 6 months?
Yeah.
Let's take worst case scenario. That's probably worst case 6 months that we're without a job. Like, can you plan for that now? If it's only 3 months, then even better. Or 2 months, even better. Yeah, but if you can plan for I'm going to be without anything for 6 months. Plan like that. Plan for worst case scenario, innit?
No, definitely.
But things are going to get worse. You talk about the global economy and stuff. Like, I follow the stock market, and the stock markets are well down. And what people don't realise is, saying, it's down, but it's going to come back up. It's going to bounce back up. But it's like the Federal Reserve are just injecting trillions into the stock market just to keep it afloat. Yeah. And that's going to disappear at some point. And they're just printing in this fucking invisible money.
The FTSE 100 were down, and they injected however many billions into it, came back up, and then went back down further than it was before. Yeah. So they physically printed money to try and get it back into the system, and it's dropped again.
Yeah, that's the problem now. That the bubble's burst. It's gone.
Yeah.
And they're literally just propping it up. It's like a controlled demolition. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a controlled demolition. So
9/11.
It's coming down. It's coming down. They're injecting this cash to bring it down slower, but it is gonna crash. It is gonna get a lot worse than it is now. And then then you start looking at things like currencies. Currencies. I'm big into looking at them as well. Currencies. Like all currencies, basically just invented. Yeah, you just invent. It's just a piece of paper, just invented it. Eventually, all currencies return to the original intrinsic value, which is zero. Yeah, all currencies started from zero. We made some paper and we said that's worth this amount. It used to be backed by gold, but I think in the 70s, I think they've removed it from the backing of gold, so it no longer corresponded to how much gold was in the country.
Yeah,
it just became its own thing, and then don't matter how much gold you've got, you can just print as much as you want. And that's, when hyperinflation happens. Getting too political now, but so for me, I think a big thing is like looking at, how much money you've got and thinking about investing that wisely now. Definitely not in the stock market.
Yeah.
But looking into like physical metals like gold and silver, really good to hold on to in these kind of times, just to protect your money.
Yeah.
Because I think money could be worth fuck all after this.
And
we've seen it happen in lots of different countries. Germany, when they've got fucking wheelbarrows full of fucking Deutschmarks for a loaf of bread. That's kind of what happens. So get ready for that.
Yeah, you're right. You made a point earlier about obviously time. Like everyone's got this time back, and obviously there's that saying that you can always make more money, you can't make more time. And I think from everyone's going to have a different perspective on life after this. We know how many. A lot of people have got a lot of stuff on tick as well. Which is a massive problem now when there's no income, no income whatsoever, but you've got all these liabilities. And I think after this, people won't be as quick to be buying latest trainers or getting a new car and
I think after this as well, I think there'll be a massive change with credit. I think there'll be a big credit freeze coming, and then I think people are going to struggle after this. Businesses giving credit and stuff. I think it's all gonna have to stop, because at what point do you it's just debt in it, debt on top of debt on top of debt, and at some point it has to stop. And I think unfortunately we're living in the time now where it's all kind of worldwide. It's going to snowball, and we can't really. I don't think we can stop it now. I think this is it. We're just going to have to ride it out, and everything's going to get reset, and we'll start again.
Yep.
So back to bartering. swapping fucking sheep and shit.
Get on it, Del boy.
Yeah.
Another thing I wanted to chat to you about was, obviously we'll move away from scaring people too much, even though it's just real talk. What about our mate Rico, stuck out in bloody Thailand?
Yeah, he's actually, I think he's in Bangkok now, just trying to get a flight. So he's found a flight that goes via Singapore and Amsterdam.
Yeah.
But he's just, he's going to try and get back today. But it's just if he gets to Singapore and they say no kind of passing through there, then he's going to be stuck. So, yeah, we'll see. But he's booked his flight. I think it was $1,000 for a one-way flight. But yeah, he's been stuck out there.
Oh my God!
Which sounds great. It's like, I'm in Thailand and that. You've got to think everything is closing down. Like everything's shut. You can't just go and train anymore.
You don't know anyone.
The gyms are shut.
Everything's...
You don't know anyone. Yeah, it's like...
It's even like the hotels and stuff. Like I was watching sort of travel advisor on news today because I've been messaging back and forth. I put some stuff on LinkedIn to see if there were any travel advisors, anybody that could do anything for him.
Yeah. And
it was quiet. Didn't get any answers back. I got a few nibbles, but nothing. And I watched the travel lady, and she was saying, they don't the hotels are not obliged to keep you there. So like if they shut the doors, you're out on the street.
You're out,
Which is, it's mental.
Crazy.
I can't believe it. I say so my mum and dad were out in America, and they got brought back a week early. They literally just got a text on the morning saying your flight's tonight. If you don't take it, we're not bringing you back any other time. You're stuck in. You're paying for your next flight whenever that may be. So they had to just bounce. It's mental.
Yeah, we were supposed to go into Disney World.
You're never going to Disney World, are you?
It's not happening. 23rd. So, fucking I've had a nightmare. I booked it with Thomas Cook first. Obviously that happened. I managed to get my money back, and then this, same again. So, but yeah, they'll just give me like a credit note or whatever, and I can rebook it for another time. So we'll see how long this lasts.
Yeah,
but
it's bad when
obviously massive impact. You've seen Thomas Cook go bust. Flybe, did they go bust or did they get bailed out?
I can't remember.
They either went bust or they got bailed out, but that was recently. So you got all these massive airlines and travel companies going bust. So you probably see even more of that now because everything's at a standstill. So
that's it.
Bad times.
Richard Branson were asking for a bailout from government before we even went off lockdown, wasn't it?
Fucking hell.
On his private island. Can you just give us some money? What?
Shit. Yeah, that's it. And a lot of people are relying on the government now to bail them out, to help them, whatever. But you've got to try and get yourself in a scenario. A lot of people are going to learn a fucking very hard lesson from this. Some people aren't going to recover, but it's always good to have a backup, to have some kind of reserves, to have a way. If everything you've got's on finance, and then this happens. You've still got to fucking pay, and then you're going to lose everything, aren't you? So, maybe we live in a culture where that's cool. Let's get a nice car and everything. Let's get, all this nice shit on the tip. But I think it's better off. You're better off owning everything you've got, and it's there when a crisis like this happens. Obviously, it's probably not going to happen again. Anything like this, it's probably another 100 years.
That's it. There was no way that anyone could. You just can't imagine this had ever happened, on this scale. You know what actually sort of hit home a little bit for me? I watched one announcements from Dana White, so this is it, obviously everything else starts shutting down, but then when Dana White started cancelling these big events, and then obviously McDonald's closed its doors, Disney closed its doors, all these massive corporate companies, when they're saying, right, we're shutting, we're not flying planes, we're not going to have a UFC event, we're not going to do this, we're not going to do that. I was like, oh my God, this is bad. And then after all that, then the government's like, oh, we're off on a shutdown, lockdown. I was just like, this is a film, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like The Walking Dead or something.
Yeah, it's almost. This sounds bad, but it's almost. I feel almost a little bit of excitement. There's an excitement behind everything. That kind of, because we're not sure what's going to happen, a lot of people are going to, a lot of people are ill. There's going to be a lot of deaths, and it's going to be bad times for everybody. you know, at some point everybody's going to know somebody who's you know dying from corona. So, but afterwards there's going to be a lot of changes, and you know, it's kind of exciting to see what's going to change after. You know, what's going to be different, and yeah, I think there is always good times to come out of something like this.
Definitely.
Because again, I've said it before, but it gets rid of all them complaining, all them people complaining about shit. You want none of that. Everything's just about this virus. Let's not die. Let's fucking self-isolate. Let's survive. You know, when everybody has to go into survival mode, I think that it creates something good. You know, on the other side of it.
Well, yeah, it's that. I mean, obviously, there's that sort of snowflake generation that people, you know, most have referred to, like. We've spoke about it enough times on podcasts about adversity. How many people have actually gone through any adversity? Because the last real problem that we've had, like World War II, you know, we weren't involved in that. Our grandparents were involved in it, but we've never known it. And like I've referenced, like been on ship, going out into active war zones and stuff like that, where they do restricted comms. You know, you're going to be away from home for 5 months at a time, 6 months at a time, and that does build up a bit of robustness, you know, to say that you can get through that sort of isolation, stuck on a ship. Honor will tell you, like, if he's been deployed to Afghan and he's stuck there for months, all you've got is them people around you. Like, we're even now, we're going through massive adversity, but we're blessed that we've got this technology, which you wouldn't have, you know, like, and it's just, even though we are going through such a bad time, we are blessed to have so much technology on our side, which, again, back in World Wars and that, you were on ration, like money didn't have a value, like we've said before, you were on rations, and I think them ration books, like we should have rationed everything a lot sooner, like we should be doing it now, and it should have been done a lot sooner, because this panic buying and queuing up outside Asda and stuff every day, it's just ridiculous, you know, and then obviously you can't get all the stuff now, like bog roll and that. If you'd have rationed it in the first place, then we could have kept a bit of a supply chain going, but if not, it was just, everyone's just spent all the money on baked beans and toilet roll, and now we're in this situation. It's bizarre. Yeah,
crazy times. But like I say, our parents would have probably dealt with this better because, you know, they're coming off the back of the war, so they either saw it directly or they were a product of it. You know, my dad was born in 1945. You know, so straight after the war, whatever. They're hearing those stories come down from their parents directly, whereas we're not. We're like kind of. Well, my dad would have been 75 now. My dad would have been pretty old, you know. So he could have been my fucking granddad, really, my dad. I think he was 40 when he had me. So, but yeah, we're every generation that passes, it kind of they get more pussified, I think. You know, you got to think when it's in the war, you know, everybody's just fucking, you know, everybody's just fucking hard, aren't they? They come through the war, you know, they're scared for their lives. They've either fought for the country or they're here, they're fucking protecting the family.
It's true,
and
man.
Then out of that comes a very fucking hard group of people. And then eventually life gets easier and easier and easier until we get to now where everything's on a plate, everyone's complaining because there's not enough genders or whatever. And then all of a sudden, boom, we get hit with this.
Yeah, it's a bit of an equaliser, isn't it? It's a bit of a...
I mean, imagine if now all the fucking phone lines went dead. That'd be fucking... Like, say the internet just got switched off, like, no more internet. Then there'd be fucking mass panic, wouldn't they? But we're lucky, you know, you can ring your family, you know, you can speak to your family wherever they are in the world, you know, face to face like this. And yeah, it's... we've still got it easy. Like, people complaining and shit, well, this is fucking easy.
Yeah, totally.
In the war, it was like 5 years of this, and they didn't have fucking FaceTime.
Mate, I completely agree. Like, I've said it, you know, there's absolutely categorically no reason why anyone has to leave their house. Like, unless you are, like, on your last bit of food and drink, and you need to go to the shop and get the essentials and come back, that's it. I think that they're all running and jogging and cycling. People are just going to take piss out of it, and they're going to continue to spread it. And the problem is now, like, there are people that are sat in their homes, that are isolating properly, not leaving, and then those that are taking piss, who, you know, again, like that, unsure whether they're key workers or not, and or going on 3, 4, 5 jogs, going to the mate's house. She's just going to spread it, and it's just going to prolong this shit. Like, just sit tight, sit on your hands. Let's get this 3 or 4 weeks out of the way, and let's try get back to normality. But it's definitely going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks of this shit easily.
Oh, definitely. They've already said vulnerable people. Like they've sent some letters out. Some people I know say you need to just isolate 12 weeks. So they're already telling those people 12 weeks.
Yeah.
They're saying to us, we're gonna assess it every month or whatever. But they've already told, those people who've got like pre-existing medical conditions. They've said to them, 12 weeks you need to isolate. So that should ring a bell in your mind. They're already planning.
Yeah.
They're already planning for 12 weeks. They're already planning that. So, if things turn around quicker than that, then great. People are posting, China, they can go back to school and stuff. I think it was like one little province, something in China, let some people go to school.
Yeah.
And I don't know how that's gone, but yeah.
And their shit started in like January, didn't it?
Yeah, and maybe it's just a publicity stunt. You look at the numbers that they're putting out now, it's very, very low in terms of percentages of deaths to cases. But you don't know if that's been manufactured, because most of the people who are dying from this disease are dying, and they've already got, they maybe have cancer, or they've got like some kind of disease already, and they're the people who are dying. So it wouldn't be that hard for them to just write those people off. That guy died of cancer, that guy died of this. So if you look at their numbers, they have 90,000 cases, and how many deaths? 5,000 deaths, something like that.
I don't know. I've not looked.
It's a very small percentage compared to all the other countries who have much higher ratio, much closer ratio between cases and deaths. I just think a bit of that's been manufactured, maybe to make them. Obviously, they caused it. It's come out of China, and they're kind of saying, "Oh no, it's going to be all right. Look, look at these numbers." It's sort of they're trying to blag it a little bit and say, "Oh, everything's going to be fine." But I think they've massively under.
Have you heard China? Have you heard Donald Trump talking about it?
Yeah, China.
Yeah. He comes from China. That's racist. It comes from he is nuts. Because I saw something this morning. They've put like 3 trillion into their economy. So they've gone past billions. We're on trillions for America.
Yeah.
So they've put 3 trillion into their economy, and he stood there talking about New York. He's like, "Yeah, New York will be back up and running in 3 weeks." That is like they've already said that's like the epicenter of it in America. The cases are pretty much doubling every day or every second day, and obviously because it's the logistics of it. They're running out of food, and all these people are just going to be stuck there. That is going to be like Gotham City. It's going to be like Batman shit. They're going to blow up bridges up, leave them there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like
New York City must be one of the scariest places to be right now because people live on top of people.
Yeah, definitely. It's all packed together. So yeah, crazy times. But I think it's just important, like you say, stay at home. Don't go out unless you really, really need to go out. Speak to your family as much as you can. You've got all this technology. Stay in touch with everybody. Stay in touch with the world, and try and just. Like a lot of people are saying, you're getting depressed or whatever, social media, it's just fucking turn it off, just delete it. Reactivate your account after this.
I mean, I'd just reiterate what you said. I think we've got all this time. If you're sitting and watching news all day, you're going to get depressed and you're going to lose your mind. Absolutely. But we've I'll turn news on for 10 minutes on a morning, just check it, and then I'll wait for an announcement on a night. Obviously, there wasn't one last night. They've been in Parliament all day today, so there might be an announcement later on.
Yeah.
But I've literally spent all day, obviously filming, editing, and I've been trying to upskill myself as much as possible because I've still got clients to deal with. But I've been looking at tutorials and stuff and trying to educate myself as much as possible. There's so much information out there. Anything that you've thought about in the past that you might want to learn, do it now.
Learn a language.
Yeah, well, I know you're into that, aren't you? You were learning Polish, weren't you?
Yeah. So I can concentrate on that. I can, there's loads of things you can do. There's lots of online courses. Obviously we were just rolling out the MMA online coaching, but obviously we can't film anything at this moment in time. But I may be able to get something out there. I'm going to speak to Tom Crosby, maybe put a little free course out, drills and stuff you can do for your kids at home. Because obviously your kids are bored, so I think that could be a good. Tom could just film that and we could put that out on there as a free course. So, but there's loads of online courses. There's a lot of free stuff out there. So yeah, just now's the time to learn, and you can do it all from home. You don't need to leave your house, and it'll just keep you busy, give you something to do. Might come out of it with something positive. Like I say, you might be sick of your job. This might be the time to sack your job off and start thinking about what you want to do, where do you want to go, where do you want to be, and now's a great excuse to press that reset button on your life.
Yeah. Well, come on. That's it. If you take it in the right spirit and you can keep the mental there, a lot of people come out this a lot stronger with a lot more clarity. I think it's a good thing. I think another thing I want to talk about is we need to talk about the elephant in the room, not coronavirus, like Tony versus Khabib. That is the biggest elephant in the room on whatever this MMA podcast can be at this moment in time when everything's stopped. We'll talk about that, and then I also want to recap Cage Steel because I missed it, so I want to get your input on that.
Yeah.
But Tony versus Khabib, even now in world lockdown, the world is shut down, Mickey Mouse has shut his doors, and still Dana White reckons he's going to make this fight go ahead.
Yeah, if he does, that'd be crazy. But for me, like I've heard people talking about other events. Oh yeah, we could make an event happen, but the problem is with an event is this: like even if you've got nobody in the crowd, which is cool, you can live stream it. The first thing is the training. Yeah, so for those fighters to train, they need to be around other people. There needs to be like a support network.
Yeah.
So that's dangerous in itself. We're telling everyone to stay at home. So straight away, that fighter's got to be in contact with X amount of people. Then you've got to think for the UFC, you've got USADA, you've got the doctors, the medics that all need to be there. So they could be working with some people who are sick or whatever. It's all hands on deck, isn't it? So as much as I would like to see that fight, they could live stream it to the world and it'd be massive, millions of people tune in. It's all just for money, isn't it? At the end of the day, and really, if we're going to be moral about it, we should just say, nah, sack it off. Like I want to see that fight, everyone wants to see that fight, but let's just fucking sack it off. Do it another time. And
I don't even thought about it like that. You've absolutely fucking burst my bubble.
You got to think that. There's going to the doctors and stuff ringside because there has to be doctors there. They can still fucking hate each other. The doctors and the medical staff that has to be there to cover that fight could be saving you fucking someone's life, someone in your family's life. So when you think about it like that, it's like all the millions of pounds going to generate for the UFC means fuck all this. It means one person has to die because you're literally swapping cash for fucking lives.
Yeah, I don't even thought about that. I don't even thought about it in the sense of the logistics. I thought because they did them at the UFC Performance Institute, didn't they, before the shutdown? So they put the fights there, and then the laws came in and said you could only have a maximum of 10 people, and they're like, right, once you go down to 10 people, we can't make it happen. I don't even thought about commissioners, doctors, teammates, cornermen, cutmen. I don't even thought about that. And then obviously you're right. It's the entertainment industry, innit? So they are physically, exchanging cash for possibly more people's lives.
So like it don't need to happen. We'd all like it. We all want something to watch and that, but it just don't need to happen. Let's just write it off. And what is it like this 8th time it's been cancelled or whatever? But just let's just leave it. Do it another time. There's plenty of stuff. Just put reruns. I think if you go on UFC TV, they just do like reruns constantly, don't they? They have like a channel now.
Where you pop up every now and again, don't you?
What's that?
You pop up every now and again.
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Ah, sweet.
Your fights have been on there as well. I've seen people tagging you and stuff on it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, just watch old fights, and enjoy it, and Tony and Khabib will happen at some point. But I just think ethically, it'd be a bad move for the UFC because they'd make a footload of money, but at what cost in terms of what it's going to do? Like say all those people. Imagine if they did it as well, and someone in that place where they did it, one of those 10 people had corona, and then that had that massive knock-on effect. It's just because all the people are going to have to meet with each other. Let's just fucking sack it off. So
no, you're right. All right, well,
be a bad example.
Yeah, voice of reason, don't you?
Shut you down, and I've shut you fucking down, man.
You're pissed on the bonfire. We're excited for that. Now I'm going to be depressed. I'm looking forward to that. Cage Steel then, I missed it. Me and Brian Lacey were down in Birmingham watching badminton for over a week, and then we missed Cage Steel. How was it?
Yeah, it was good. We had Frank Mir and Jay commentating, so that was pretty good. And some good fights. I think we had 20 fights.
Yeah.
And it was a good night. It was a good night. Lots of, I think the first 10 fights were all debuts. So lots of debuts, some from AVT, some from various gyms.
Yeah.
So that was cool to kind of, because we had it. This one was a contenders show. So the idea originally it was going to be all amateurs, but we had a few dropouts and stuff, and then we put Bram as the main event, and then obviously Louis wanted to make his debut as well. So we was very lucky that we actually went ahead on that day, because if it had been, from that was on the Saturday, from Monday they were like, right, no more events.
Yeah.
Started shutting everything down. So we was very lucky that it went ahead. But yeah, good. I think I had, how many fighters did I have now? I think I had 10 guys from Leeds, and I went 9-1. I think that was the record.
Wow.
And the one loss was Dan Tempest, which was a good fight, decision loss against Jack Comby, who was a beast. So, but yeah, Louis made his pro debut. Tough Welsh opponent, Brad Evans. I fought on Cage Warriors a few times and stuff. So yeah, Louis got a nice finish with an elbow.
I saw that. I've seen Conor, one of Conor's highlight videos, and that elbow looked mint.
Yeah, it was like as he was getting up, and like obviously stepping into the pro ranks, he wants to start using elbows. So I said just let him up, let him start to get up, and as he started to get up, he just cracked him with an elbow and stopped the fight. So that was pretty good. And then Bram, again with his opponent coming over from Spain, we didn't know if we were going to make it or not, but he managed to get here, and it was a great fight with Bram, really good. Like Bram got cut open the second round, so there's blood all over his face, and big thanks to Paul Kerridge, the cut man. He sorted that out between rounds, so he managed to get through the last round. But yeah, it was a dominant performance. I think Bram dropped him twice. He dropped him at one point and ran in and got hit with an up kick and stuff. So
never.
The kid was dangerous. The kid was very dangerous. I mean, he hit Bram with a right hand in the first round. Would have knocked a lot of people out. He was just a dangerous, explosive guy.
Wow.
And but Bram showed some good takedown defence.
Well, yeah, because he was a jiu-jitsu guy as well, wasn't he? What was he, a brown belt?
He was a brown belt in jiu-jitsu. He's got knockout power as well. So he was a dangerous opponent. What's he had? Probably 30 fights compared to Bram's 10. So massively, experienced compared to Bramwell. And but yeah, Bramwell did what he needed to do. Got the decision. He was close to finishing him a couple of times. Like I say, he dropped him and stuff. But the guy was just dangerous, so he had to be very careful what he did. But got the win over a good international win there. So obviously we're on this lockdown now. There's a lot of events saying, we're still, like we had Cage Steel penciled in for July 4th. That's been put back to August 22nd now.
Yeah.
But even that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to match that provisionally. But even that might end up getting pushed back to the December show. So I'm going to match that card. And if everything's still, up in the air, then we'll put that back to December 5th.
Yeah.
But, hopefully by August, everything will be cool. But I definitely think, 3 months will be no events. Like some people say, no, we'll be all right, for May or whatever. I don't think so. It's going to be. I think it's definitely going to be 3 months, no events. And then you got to think, people aren't in the gyms either for that amount of time. They're not in the gym. You might be training at home, but you're not getting quality sparring and quality coaching. You're just doing your own thing. You're just ticking over. So, say 3 months go by, that puts us where middle of June. Then it's gonna take you, 6 weeks to get anywhere close to, fight sort of fitness.
Yeah.
Spar. You need that sparring and stuff. So where does that put you? I think you're looking at August for events. So I ain't gonna be planning on doing any sort of events with any fighters until August. If it comes before then great. But that's what I'm looking at.
No, you're right. I think you're right. I think it's sensible. It's sensible planning. like we said, I reckon it's going to be at least. There's no way we're going to be lifting this ban after 3 weeks.
No,
not with rate that it's still increasing.
Yeah, that's it. If you look at our numbers are very similar to Italy. You know, if you just obviously they're a couple of weeks in front, but our numbers are very similar every day. So if you look at their trajectory now, they're like in the worst of it now, and they're about 2 weeks ahead of us. So
well, yeah, I mean, like one thing that I made sort of a point about with Italy. Like, have you been to Italy before?
No. I actually, I have. I have been to when Louis fought over there in the IMAS.
So most of their little towns and cities, they're all very similar. Like, obviously, they've got 3, 4, 5-story high buildings. People live like that. It's kind of like, I guess, New York. Like, it's very densely populated.
On top of each other.
Yeah. Whereas, like, I think our blessing is like your little village there. You know, even if you're in a semi, obviously you've got a lot of separation between back gardens and the other houses around you. And even just nipping to the corner shop, the contact of people, you're not going to contact that many people getting there.
Yeah.
So I think our blessing is the actual sort of countryside and vastness that we've got for just where we live. Obviously, if you're in a city, it's a different
if you're in
story.
London, that's where it's more concentrated and stuff. But
they're going to have to like lock down London properly because there's still people hammering onto that underground on the morning.
Yeah, I seen a picture of the tube and there's 4 people. Fucking crazy.
Oh man, I couldn't even imagine it. I just like, I mean, I've seen people queuing around, you know, Asda across from gym.
Yeah.
So today somebody put a video on and they were queuing like with the trolleys all the way around the car park to even get in.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for workers of Asda, me. People are actually like at checkout because they're bollocks then.
They've got to come in contact with everyone. Are they still doing handling money, or are they doing everything by card now? Because I know in some places they're just doing like you can only pay by card, so they don't have to touch.
I think they were still handling. I don't know. I've not been. I just saw when I went shopping last week that the money handlers had gloves on, but even then, you know, it's not good. Contactless.
Not good.
Order it. I've got a Morrison's order due in like 3 weeks time.
Yeah.
I put it in last week, so it's like a month lead time, but we'll survive until then.
I might do the same. We've got plenty of food now, but I might do that. Just order some stuff online.
Yeah, you were lucky, weren't you? I saw that people handed it over to you. No dramas in shopping on your video.
Yeah.
That's funny, that. I've seen a few of them videos. Yeah, if you need a bit of entertainment, check out Danny Mitchell's Instagram feed. It's always good.
I'm going to put something like... all I'm going to post is funny shit, and I'll put like a little video every day, just kind of give people a bit of something positive to think about, something motivational, you know, keep you going. Today I put about, you know, getting that structure right, you know, planning ahead and stuff. So, Danny Mitchell MMA on Instagram. Give it a follow. Yeah,
they're all valid points. And a shout out to our mate, Brian Lacey, with his daily vlogs. Have you seen them?
Yeah.
His daily updates with his daughter. So
thinks he's a comedian, doesn't he?
You were a fucking badminton expert last week. That was even funnier. But yeah, check out Brian Lacey on YouTube and Instagram as well. But yeah, I think that pretty much wraps everything up. Danny, have you got what else you want to chat about? Are we going to try and make a habit of these? Try and get one in once a week.
We'll do another one next week.
Yeah.
But just everyone just needs to stay in your fucking houses and just try and do something every day. Try and do a little bit of fitness. Try and get your family involved. Like we've had fucking Jade and Roman Garden on pads today. Hitting pads and stuff, so just try and do something. Do something every day.
Yes.
And
keep physically fit, keep mentally fit, and we'll try bring a podcast to you once a week at least, just to bring that little bit of normality back. And hopefully we won't be talking as much about the corona next week.
The doom and gloom. But yeah, that's it. You know, like I say, I'm a realist. I know things are gonna get worse than this, but you just got to ride it. You know, life's fucking great. We're living a fucking great time here, so a bit of adversity is fuck all, and just deal with it and come out the other end.
Definitely, mate, definitely.
That's all we can do.
Well, for those that have tuned in for all that time, thank you very much for watching and listening. It will be available on all podcast platforms straight after this. I'll get it on iTunes and Spotify. Check out Danny Mitchell MMA on Instagram and Facebook. My Instagram's at the Josh Gudgeon, and also check out my YouTube channel because I've got nothing but time now, so I've been putting pretty much a video every other day up on my YouTube channel with all sorts of shit, so you can learn a bit about filmmaking, learn a bit about blogging. Just trying to keep active, keeping my mind ticking over. So it's Good,
yeah, and then when we come out of this as well, I'm going to be putting everything, all the stuff that I coach, all the techniques, drills, everything on mymmacoach.com. So if you check that out, you can leave your email on there. And then once we go live after this is done, then you'll get a notification.
It's exciting.
And,
that'll be a very useful tool after this, won't it? I think. Yeah,
it's just a shame we didn't get on it, before, because this is a great time where people could have been using it,
but again, from
never mind.
From our side, we can structure it, get the site. The site's obviously in the process of being built. All we need to do is just record. It's similar to what I've done for my online course as well. Like I had the structure built out. I've actually recorded half of it, and obviously I can't get back into the studio again. But as soon as it's done, me and you will have a session in the studio. We'll get out a bunch of content, get it uploaded onto the site, and people can obviously capitalise on it straight away. So check out mymmacoach.com, leave your email address for updates, and we'll finally be in the online learning space. Exciting times. Right, mate, I'll put us back onto the other holding screen, but it's been good chatting to you.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Sweet.
Cheers.
Cheers.